All right.
Yeah.
Good evening, folks.
Hi, Chris. Thank you for letting me know. We were wondering where everybody was.
Oh, I got a little nervous there.
It's all right. We're good.
We missed you.
Of course.
Okay, well, I think we'll get started now then. On the meeting of the zoning board of appeals to order, and as our usual routine, we'll start the meeting with a pledge of the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me for a moment of silence for our men and women in service, and also for those in the training. Thank you. Okay. I'll continue public hearings. We have none at this time. We have a new public hearing. Home Power Systems representing Melissa Capella, owner of property at 5173 Overlook Drive, requesting an area variance for installation of a standby generator 8 feet from the property line when 10 feet is the minimum. 2-foot area variance is requested. And we have someone to present that.
So, Jeff.
I am here. Jeff Carlucci's here.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Not bad. How about yourself?
Good.
Jeff, if you could present what you're requesting here and reasons why you're requesting a variance. And then we'll have some discussion. Normally would have the audience ask questions. We only have one person, but anyway. And then the board will ask the questions, and if you're comfortable with closing the hearing, we can do that. And then we would generally vote on the same evening as it's presented, and I think probably since you're the only one on the agenda, we'll be doing that. So you just let us know what it is you're proposing and why you need a variance.
Okay. What I am proposing is to put the generator on the side of the house. It's the right side of the house as facing if I'm looking from the street to the house. So it's going to end up between Mrs. Capella's house and her neighbor's house. And there will only be about 8 feet of setback distance from the property line to the front of the generator. And the reason I'm requesting that we don't put it in the rear is because it's nearly impossible, if not completely impossible, to put it there because we need to run gas and electric lines to the generator in order for it to be able to deliver electricity to the house and for it to be fueled. So the first half of her basement, starting from the front of the house, heading towards the middle of the house, is unfinished. And that's where we're able to run gas and electric lines through. But if you were to try to continue through that wall and into the next portion of the basement, that's completely drywall finished. So you wouldn't be able to run any gas and electric lines through there to head to the back of the house, because you'd have to destroy a bunch of drywall. And the patchwork isn't going to look like the original work. And so that's pretty much the main reason. I also looked at potentially being able to run the gas and electric lines along the outside of the house and loop around to the back of the house. But I can't do that either because there's too many things on the siding, including all of the air conditioning, electric lines and refrigerant lines that would be blocking the path of the gas and the electric. And if you were able to get past that, then you've got I want to say it's an aluminum or steel property fence that is butted right up to the corner of the rear of the house. So there's that and a gutter downspout that is keeping me from being able to run gas and electric lines around that corner. So that's why I'm requesting we place the generator along the side, because it's right near where the gas and the electric lines are. right where the open basement is, and that's all workable space.
So you've looked at the other sites, explained why you chose where you want to be. Are there any questions from the board regarding this? No? Any questions from the audience? None from the audience online either. We have no questions for you, Jeff. Do you feel comfortable with the presentation you made, and we could close the public hearing?
Well, I'd like to ask Chip.
Yep.
What impact does this have to the neighboring property?
I would say the only impact would be noise.
And has anybody had any conversation with the neighbor, and are they comfortable with this?
I personally have not. I believe Melissa has, and I kind of wish she was on the call with us, so I could ask her, but she isn't. But from the get-go, when we started this process about 6 months ago, she had implied that the neighbors wouldn't mind. But like I say, I personally have not had a discussion with the neighbors.
This runs for a short time once a week.
Yes, 5 minutes once a week. When there's no outages, it's just doing a self-test.
Right.
Can you set it so it's not, in the middle of the night or?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we actually prefer to set them at 2 p.m. on Mondays.
Oh,
I guess if that were a problem time-wise with the neighbor, that could be adjusted as well, I would assume.
Of course, we can set it to whenever is, whenever everybody's okay with it.
Is setting the time adjustable? Is that adjustable by the homeowner?
Absolutely.
For example, if a new neighbor moves in with a baby who has a nap schedule, could the generator owner change it?
Absolutely. They could even do it right from the app that you get from your phone.
Any other questions? Are you comfortable with closing the public hearing, Jeff?
I am.
Close the public hearing. We
Wait,
have
Chip, there's a William Libera on the line. I don't know if he has comments.
I didn't see him raise his hand.
Mr. Libera, do you have any comments?
No, we logged on because we live about 5 houses down across the street, and we were just mainly wondering, and you answered my question about noise factor, and if this was just going to be running during a power outage, or like he said, once a week for 5 minutes in the middle of the day. It's not going to be an issue for us, but I was kind of curious about just how loud this is when it runs.
They're measured at 23 feet away from the generator, and it's 67 decibels at the highest.
Okay.
Which if we were to compare that to a portable generator, the portable generators and even things like lawnmowers, those are all up in the 90s range.
Okay. Yeah, so we're okay with it.
Excellent.
Great, thank you.
any other comments? Okay, we'll close the public hearing at this time then. We have 62 days to make a decision, but looking at our agenda tonight, I'm sure we'll make it tonight. You're welcome to stay on, Jeff, if you'd like, and find out how we vote. Otherwise, if you want to check in with Shauna in the morning, we can let you know.
Perfect, thank you.
Right. There are no other public hearings. I guess we can go to discussion on this one.
this isn't a 30-year deal. I mean, I don't understand, talk about the ordinance committee, maybe this is one, to me, I feel like this is something that it's not that much difference than a portable generator.
Yeah.
It's not something that's gonna be running all the time, and
It runs shorter time than the battery ones. We got a battery one that used to go in that half an hour every week.
wish I had one.
I know, I need to get one too.
You know, if, in their application, they mentioned 12 feet and as how far it had to be from the sideline, but I think that was incorrect.
It's a 10-foot side.
I know it's 10,
setback.
yeah. It was advertised as 10, but
Right,
your
right.
application says 12.
So it's a 2-foot variance.
Right,
So it's, okay,
it's 2 feet.
so it's less than what it was published at, or
No, it was published at.
it was correct,
Published,
okay.
Yeah.
just in their
All right,
application.
got it.
it said 12.
Yeah, sometimes they come in and once we let it come in.
Any other comments or concerns?
No,
Okay.
not for me.
Call the question, please.
Okay, the applicant is requesting an 8-foot setback from the rear property line, from the side property line. When 10 feet is the minimum, shall the applicant be granted a 2-foot side setback area variance? John Casey,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes,
Chip.
Yes. Okay. This will be as depicted in the drawings provided at this meeting. The application, the benefit the applicant does outweigh the detriment to the neighborhood. And the board's decision is based on information presented at this meeting. I think the granting of the variance will not have a significant adverse effect on the property or the neighborhood. It is a minimal variance, not substantial from what is allowed by the town code.
the noise, you could say.
Yeah, because of the configuration of the property, the site for the location of this generator would best be made at that site. There's, in terms of any noise concern, this is it runs 5 minutes once a week at a time which can be adjusted. Anything else? Anybody want to include anything else?
Can I suggest you reference the neighbor comment and that the adjacent neighbors did not submit any comment,
Okay,
and that you impose the 2 standard conditions for variance.
right. Conditions are that it be done within a year.
Right.
And the other one is,
Specific to the plans submitted, any deviation thereof will invalidate the variance.
Yeah, that's what
okay. All right, moving along. Any requests for rehearings?
No,
No.
no request for.
Under board business, referrals from the town board. Ordinance committee referrals. Other business as required. We need to name a vice chairman, and Kelly has
Who else is
agreed
good? Nobody
to
else?
take on that position.
Thanks.
I'm sure it wasn't too hard.
Yeah,
I did that for a long
we
time
need to
ago.
I feel like a real charismatic.
Yeah, let's do a formal
Yeah,
vote
we
on
should.
that.
May I have a
Oh, okay, very
motion?
good.
I move. Second.
So Dave,
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi,
Aye.
Thank you.
CBA where dreams come true.
It
No,
only took 7 or 8 years
That's
to
not-
move up to.
That's not what Terrence told me.
Second.
This is where dreams are crushed.
Did you close the hearing, by the way?
He was
I don't know
right.
if we were-
Yeah.
oh,
That's
official.
what I did, yeah.
You sure? I didn't hear.
Did close it, didn't
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we have the minutes of March 15th. Anyone to move that they be approved?
Read them real well.
I didn't see any.
I move that they're approved.
There you go.
Dave. All right, was there a second?
Second,
Bob,
Bob.
he's nodding.
all in favor?
Once everybody is asleep, his
I
weather
did.
turns
Yeah.
junky and.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Review of next month's agenda?
We have 5 variances on there so far. Let's see, a side setback on Westlake Road for a addition, a side setback on Westlake Road for a driveway. Lot coverage, front and side setbacks on Middle Cheshire for the garage. Fence height variance on Overlook Lane. And lot coverage violation and area variance on Sandy Beach Drive.
The one we've looked at before.
Batiste, you have, yes.
That was the one with all the information that I was searching through.
Yeah, Batiste had a condition that they had to remove asphalt
Oh, yeah.
in order to get the variance, and they never did. So now they're back for a lot coverage variance. Because, I mean, they have a violation from Chris,
Gotcha.
so they're back. Yeah.
And I did introduce I don't think I.
No, I wasn't here, I'm sorry.
No.
I was late, sorry.
And now
I'm
it's-
Shannon.
Hi,
it's
Shannon.
Chevier.
Chevier.
Okay, so it's Chevier.
Right,
She's expressed an interest in this. Coming on with this.
nice. It'd be nice to have some
If we
female
haven't-
company, other than you guys.
And deterred tonight, I guess. It's always as easy as this.
Yeah, right.
No.
No, it's not. Filling them full of.
Well, that was one of the questions I had is what is your, typically how long do your meetings last? How late do they go? Do we bring pajamas? No.
No,
I'd say hour and a half,
I would
2
say,
hours.
yeah, rarely do we go past 8 o'clock.
I've never, well,
We have one time, where we had
That's rare.
that was actually before we had the 5 case minimum. If you remember, it was quite a while ago.
was it 5,
It's,
the max?
yeah,
Oh, it was
Yep.
4 for some
I
reason.
thought it was 4.
4, okay, I'm wrong.
600.
I need to check the bylaws because we might not be able to take all of these. this
Yeah.
month.
It's definitely 4 unless the board or
Okay.
maybe the chair may be able to override that.
We could go over that. I mean, a couple of those sound really, like a fence height
The
variance.
fence variance, that lot it's a corner lot on Overlook when you come in off of, Buffalo Street Extension, that
Right.
one lot, they
Yeah.
want, that one, it seems very simple.
Is it because of the height of the fence or?
Yeah, it's a 2-foot variance they're asking for. Cause it's it's not even a corner lot, it's got 3 sides.
Is it the one that kind of like turns as you're going up the hill or?
Yeah, the
Okay.
one that was for sale for a while.
Yeah.
On the corner. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
Batiste might take a while.
Yeah. That would look like let's leave it at 4.
Let me know.
Let's leave it at 4, I think, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Once I finish all my zoning law determinations, we're kind of chasing people for information.
Okay.
a
Well,
little
if somebody
bit.
doesn't get them back to you, that would make it easy.
Actually, Skinner might be off because they didn't get the point. You know what, we might be at 4. I'll let you know. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Chip has the authority to increase that.
Okay.
Sole discretion of the chairperson.
Full discretion.
Okay, all right.
We-
Thank you, Chris.
Nice.
Now I know why I took that position.
There you
Pay
go.
no attention to the other 4 people who might show up at your house after the meeting ends at 10 p.m.
Planning board goes late.
What about the power?
Zoning board.
Yeah.
Yeah, planning board is, yeah.
No meetings go as late as they used to, though. These
No.
things, the planning board used to literally go until 10 p.m.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I haven't been there past 9 in years, I don't think.
Okay, anyone have anything else?
No,
Is there a motion for adjournment?
Wow.
I know it, this,
Don't
I should
pay
just
this,
zoomed
this is
in.
not-
I was,
It's not normal,
I should have
guys.
zoomed over here. I should've said-
Kelly's not gonna get her extra vice chairperson pay if we only go 23 minutes.
There you go.
Someone motion.
I make a motion to adjourn then.
Wait, I get extra, I get extra pay.
Second.
Wow.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, 22 minutes, darn.
Wow.